Hey guys, welcome back to Whiskey Blooded. My name is Dave. This is Whiskey Blooded, a channel where we review whiskey, bourbon, rye whiskey, scotch, all kinds of stuff, all spirits. And thank you for joining me here today. I was off last week, so I appreciate the quick time off. I'm feeling a little under the weather. I don't know if you can hear that at all in my voice. So I'm going to do a real quick review here today. We're going to be reviewing the Yellowstone Select Bourbon Whiskey. It is about $45 bottle. You're probably starting to see a lot more of out there right now. I've got a little bit of a head cold thing going on, or allergies or something, so although my taste is okay and my nose isn't too clogged, a little bit runny, I should be able to give you a fairly decent review on this one. So let's just jump right into it. It is a $45 bottle, at least in my area. Comes in this package with this bottle. The reason I've already poured one is I just shot the whole video, and in the last like 2 minutes of the video, my camera ran out of batteries because I'm an idiot and didn't check it before I started shooting the video. So I'll pour a little bit more here, but this has been sitting for about 3 or 4 minutes, so it's opened up a little bit, which is probably good. So let's jump right into the review. So this is, like I said, $45. I'm going to read you the back of the label here because this is a newer one. This is Yellowstone Select, the rebirth of Yellowstone. This is the story on the back. In 2010, my family and I founded Limestone Branch Distillery with the intention of crafting only the finest whiskey and the dream of restoring the Yellowstone brand to its former glory. In the spring of 2015, over a century after our great-grandfather MC Beam sold his distillery to Yellowstone, that dream came true. To celebrate this family reunion of sorts, we bring you Yellowstone Select Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. To the nose, it's leather with hints of citrus and oak. On the tongue, it's spicy rye with soft cherries fading into smoked caramel, and a memorable finish rich with brown sugar and Kentucky tradition. Stephen B. Beam, President and Distiller. Distilled and aged in Kentucky. Doesn't state the distillery it was distilled and aged at. Bottled by Limestone Branch Distillery, Lebanon, Kentucky. So from what I understand, this is a blend of 7- and 4-year-old whiskeys. So with this place distillery opening in 2010, obviously some of this was distilled, obviously in Kentucky, because it says that, but distilled at other distilleries in Kentucky and sourced. It would, like I said, $45. It's 93 proof. The bottle itself, when we're looking at here, it's a nice dark color. I'll pour a little bit more of it here and show you the color. So on this channel, by the way, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and like videos and do all the stuff that everyone asks you to do. Come back for videos. We try to do them every Wednesday. So let's. What we do is we talk about it real quick, pour it, look at the color, nose it, taste it, overall thoughts, and score out of 100. So let's jump right into the color. There's your color. I'm missing one light today that I couldn't get out here in time, so hopefully that gives you a decent idea right there. It's a copper gold. More gold, I would say, than that, but it's a fairly dark color. Some of that age of that 7-year-old stuff coming through. From what I understand, it says a little bit of rye in the mash bill, so when you smell it, as they had mentioned on the bottle, it is a lot of fruit. On the nose, it's some apple, some pear, and some tobacco, and some mint that I smell too, or menthol kind of smell. It's that leather coming through the oak, but a lot of fruit on the nose. When you taste it, up front, it is that fruit that they had mentioned. I do taste the apple. It's like a green apple, caramel apple that you're biting into. But right after that in the middle, it really punches you with a lot of spice, a lot of oak, a lot of leather spice, a lot of that menthol spice I'd mentioned. Those woody flavors, those oaky, woody, leathery, minty, tobacco-y flavors. It's a lot of punch from the barrel. And then after that at the end, everything kind of mixes together. And it's about a medium finish, medium to shorter finish, and it doesn't burn too much in the back. It blends together. You're getting more of the fruit combined with some of those bourbon-like taste, the caramel, the butterscotch at the end there. I would define this one as an overall a little bit fruitier of a bourbon. It's got some more of those fruit smells and tastes. Mouth feels pretty good. It's a medium in the mouth, decently heavy. It has a great color. Nose is a little too fruity for me, but overall fairly decent smelling nose. and the taste itself, I don't want to say it's unique, but it's if you've ever had a whiskey that's real gentle up front and then smack right in the middle, that's what this is. So it's kind of interesting. This is probably due to part of that blend of that 7 and 4-year-old whiskey that I was talking about. But in the beginning, it's this real gentle fruit taste, and then right after that, it's just following you up with this big, almost like, you know, if you get a, no, I'm not saying it tastes like mouthwash, but you know when you're holding mouthwash in your mouth too long, it starts to burn. That's what this does, is it really starts to burn in the middle and sets in with all that oak and tobacco and leather. So that's interesting. And the finish, you know, I'm not sure I'm a big fan of the finish. I like finishes that really stay with you, that give you that burn at the end of the draw here. So the finish, I think, is a little lackluster for me because it's a little bit shorter, medium to shorter. What do I think about it overall? You know, it's good. For $45, it's very good. It's not the best $45 bottle. It's a great, newer, something different bourbon. Cool box, normal bottle, decent age, although there's no age statement, but decent age from what we know. Mash bill is pretty good. Like I said, maybe a little fruity for me. So yeah, actually I have the score done already. I forgot about that because I did the last video all the way to the end and messed it up. So I have the score already. So I'm going to score this one as I would anything that's just, you know, pretty average to maybe a little bit below average. So I usually save my like 80 plus reviews for good to excellent. So for me, good is the high 80s and excellent is anything in the 90s. This is just pretty average bourbon, pretty average whiskey. At 83 out of 100, I think that's a great score for a newer product that's establishing themselves. That, you know, no age statement, as we talked about. You know, no huge problems with it, but nothing that makes me extremely excited to buy another bottle. At that price point, I probably will, to be honest with you. 45 is a great price point, but nothing that makes me want to go run to the store to pick up 3 or 4 more of these bottles, which excellent whiskeys would do that to me. So let me know what you think, though. So that's just my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Like I said, I'm trying this with a slightly tainted immune system here, so maybe I'm a little bit off, but let me know what you think. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. I'll be back next week. I don't know what I'll be doing next week. It's been kind of just up in the air every week here, so I'll think of something, but I will see you guys next week, next Wednesday, as our normal format goes, and thank you for joining me. My name is Dave. This has been Whiskey Blooded. Enjoy your drinks tonight.